What's up, guys? Is it reading? It is. The microphone's reading. All right. So what we're doing tonight is we're installing a tail tighty and a rear brake light. The reason why I'm doing this is because this light went out. We adjusted it. It came back on. Then it went out again. It's not in the fuse because your left light works. So it's either wiring in here or this light. I didn't want to mess with it, so I just got a kit. So first thing you want to do is take a back seat off. You know, everything goes at the back seat. So I have the light kit here and I have the Tighty here. We're going to install the Tighty first because the light kit goes over the Tighty. So you definitely don't want to do that last because it makes no sense to do so. Doing this eliminates your blinkers. So make sure you do this. Your state cares or doesn't care if you do this kind of crap. Because if they care, you'll know very quickly. Luckily here in Alabama, nobody gives a shit. So what you're going to do is you got to come into the thing here. You lift your little thing here. Trunk. Fucking my brain's not working. You lift your trunk up and you go in here and get these wires. You gotta be careful because you can pull these things and mess them up. So you don't want to be too rough with them. I'm gonna need my flathead. I did try to get my tools together before I started this live because I'm always scrambling looking for tools in my lives. But of course I probably didn't do it as good as I thought I did. So I'm probably still gonna be looking for tools. Now you're supposed to disconnect the battery, but I like to live on the dangerous side. So I'm just gonna put this metal thing in here and push these little things down and pull these things out. And you'll do this for both of your lights. So one's a green, one's a gray. You can't mix them up, but they can be a pain to get taken out. So, all right. And your green one is your main. That's what connects everything to the back. That was a little different. I believe you have to actually pull that one out. Now this is my first time in this, so I know a little bit of what I'm doing, but it's a pretty simple job. Anybody can do this. So once you get all these pulled out, you're good to go. And if you have your lights to go to your underglow, which I do, they probably won't be able to be used again. So I don't have any sticky on it. So yeah. All right, let's see. I think we did this last time. It was a bigger bolt size. So you have 4 bolts here. They hold the Tighty on, not the Tighty, the tag on, and you'll end up taking those off. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna untie these.
Blackout, Busa said let's run it.
Huh?
Blackout, Busa said let's run it.
Oh yeah. We'll run it a little bit. We'll make the neighbors happy. You have this little converter or garment here. You take that out because that protects your wiring, move it around and everything. So make sure you don't rip that because you'll need that later. There's like 40 screws you got to take out to take this stuff out. So right now I'm just doing this part because it's easy. To take the tail out, you have to take all this shit out. You have to bolts here, bolts here, bolts here. So it gets a little complicated if you can't keep up with bolts, which a lot of us can't. So I think this is a 5.5, if I'm not mistaken. Might be a 5. It's one of these bad boys. Yeah. Now if you've never taken this off before, this will be tight. Since I did take this off earlier, it won't be as tight. Or it shouldn't be as tight. Yeah. And I will need a 10, I think it is, to keep it in spot. So I need to go over here and get the 10. Pretty sure it's a 10. I'll get a 12 just in case, but I'm pretty sure it's a 10. Hopefully you can't hear the fan too much. It's the south. We gotta have air or we die. All right, so it's a 2-part thing. You gotta look underneath it, find it, hold it. And you can either twist this side or you can twist the wrench. Socket, whatever you wanna call it. I do it this way since it's easier. And then I just twist it up here. Did it fall? Did it fall off? Nah, it's still there. Okay. And you just do that 4 times. If you have any questions you want to ask or anything you want to talk about, my wife's on the other side. She'll be happy to say whatever you're saying to me, and I'll do my best to have an answer, I guess. Now, of course, when you take this off, you know gravity's going to fight you. So make sure you don't lose any of your stuff. Because these are here little washers, they love to fall in between the crevices of your bike. Okay. What I recommend is holding this washer and then unscrewing it from the bottom. That way you don't lose that washer. Should be one more, and this is the hard one to get to. So I'm actually going to do it a little different. I'm actually going to screw it out so you can't get your hand in there. Well, you probably can if you don't have aftermarket lighting on it. But since I do, I got to do it a little differently. There we go. And the wires should hold themselves in there. Where'd that piece go? There it is. Okay. So now we should be able to rip this out carefully. But like I said, my aftermarket lights are what's holding it together right now. There it goes. So you just pull them off. See, I don't know if I'll be able to retighten that, but it looks like he did it with a zip tie. Oh, he didn't even use the 3M. So that's good. So he thought about this. The person I bought this from, he thought about maybe if he did a tail tighty, then he could still use that. So that's good. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So now we're going to put the tail tighty on. Pretty, like I said, it's pretty simple. This is an Elite kit, so it comes with a metal plate. If you don't get the Elite kit, then you don't get the metal plate. Obviously, you just have the little things. And then you have your LED light, which has to be there because, oh, pooey. I'm gonna have to splice that in there. You're gonna have to find a constant red and white on this, which is fine. They do have a little kit here so you can actually, you know, it says watch their YouTube channel for installations. We're gonna figure it out. So I probably won't put this on tonight. I might actually have to think about this. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put the tail tighty on right now. And this is all the tail tighty is. It's a metal plate that goes underneath your bike here. So you can actually, wait, do I have to take that out? Ooh. I can't take that off. If I had to modify my bike to get this on here, that would suck. Well, if anything, I can still do it this way. I'll just have to figure this out. Because it looks like that's the actual piece. Yeah, I'm not breaking that. So maybe I'll just do it this way. So the tail tighty is this then. You just pop the 2 bolts here. I'll figure this out later because I'm not breaking my bike for that. That ain't happening. Unless I'm supposed to put it underneath this thing some kind of way. But we're just gonna put these 2 bolts here, and then that's gonna hold my plate where it needs to be. And then I'll put my bolts here, This is supposed to go over. So I'm assuming you do chop that off. But why would I want to do that? Because this goes right here, literally. It goes over that to make it look better. But if I have to cut this out, I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it the simple way. And then I'll look it up and see if there's a way to do it without destroying your bike or taking that part out. I mean, if I have to, I have to. It ain't that big of a deal. It's just plastic. It can be replaced. But I don't want to. Alright. So these bolts just go into here like this. Uh-oh. I dropped something. Alright. And they don't come with washers either. Maybe you reuse the washers that come with it. They did say you do have to. Oh, there was a washer. It fell off. Okay. So maybe you do use some of the extra stuff. Oh, I'm an idiot. There it is. These are for your actual plates. I was like, that can't be right because those holes are way too big for this. All right. There we go. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. That's not the right bolt. Is it this one? Yep, it's that one. All right, so it is a lock bolt, so that's good. So you don't have to worry about it sliding. So that's why I'm definitely keeping that rubber piece because, yeah, this is gonna be terrible to do. So that's what a tail tighten's gonna look like. I'm not gonna tighten it down right now because I still gotta take stuff apart, but that's what it's supposed to look like. And then this light here, well, that light was gonna work. This light right here actually sits on the plate. So your license plate will have, like, you know, a light because it has to have a light on your license plate. So if I have to cut this off, I will. I'm not scared to put a little heat to it and burn it off or cut it off. I don't ever use it anyways. So this is the relay. You need this relay for the light to actually work. All right. But to give you all an idea what this light looks like, it looks like that. So this will actually sit kind of behind it, some kind of way. I haven't quite figured it out yet. And that will shine down. So luckily, I won't be riding in the dark tomorrow, I don't think, so I ain't gotta worry about that. So now the cream of la crop. This is the head. This is the rear light, brake light. So what you do is programmable. You have your plugs. These are here are your two blinkers. These are your main ones. You can ABS or non-ABS. It's up to you. I mean, SC or non-ESC. And then you have a little button here. This button has 3 programmable modes. You can make it where it blinks. You can make it where your blinkers go like this or completely do whatever. And yeah, you'll see it when you hook it up. I'm hoping this is the problem. If not, then it's a different issue and that'll be a different video. The main thing tonight is just to get that, get this brake light in. All right, so here's the fun. Time to get fun. So like I said, this thing has a billion screws in it. So you'll want to get a 4mm. Take out your black ones. Okay. And you want to take out another. There's 2 black ones, and the rest are just whatever. Okay. All right, then you have 2 on the side here. In the back, there are silver. I'm gonna take these out. These do have little plastic clips on them. That's it. So make sure you do not lose those. It keeps from scratching your paint up or messing your fairings up. We're gonna go and take this out. Okay. Then we're gonna take these 2 out here at the top. They're a little longer. They're a little pointless actually, but we have them here, I guess, to hold the plastics together. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, pop them in. They also have a lot of Kawasaki screws have those little plastic things on it, you know, to keep your bike clean. Ooh, don't want to do that. Okay, I believe those are 8s. So let me, the 8 socket. I believe it's an 8. Yeah. Well, that says 9. Here's an 8. So we'll take these out. And then you're gonna have a couple more 8s inside the shield itself. Watch out for your washers. Make sure you don't lose those. Then you want to take this screw right here off. Your 2 side screws by the tank. Now, this is the easy way. If you want to do it the hard way, you take this off completely. But I'm just going to fan it out because I've done it before and it's easy to do. So that's how I'm going to do it. Do it how you want. You can break your fairings if you're not careful. So that'll be your call. Whatever you decide to do there. Did that stick in there? No, if it did, it could stay there. Okay. Now we're going to pry these open a little bit. Got to be careful. If you don't do it right, you'll mess her. Oh wait, I forgot about those push pins. You do have 2 push pins. One right here, and then one right there. But this one was missing one, so somebody's already been in, you know, due to the underglow. So you do have to watch out for those push pins. And then you should, huh? Oh, take my key out. That might be causing not to move. And then you gotta be careful because there is a piece that holds all this together. There we go. And then right here, there's a little pocket part. There we go. And then pull it out like that. Okay. There we go. All right. So now you're gonna get your 8, and you're gonna pull out these 2 screws here. Just like that, and it tried to fall into the clip, but I got it. Then you're gonna do the one that goes down from it. And when you put this together, you want to put in the opposite direction in which I'm doing it. Like, you'll put the bottom one in first before you do the top one, because it won't ever line up, trust me. I stayed here for like 20 or 30 minutes trying to get this thing to line up, and it wouldn't do it. All right, so that's out. You can tell it's out because it's let go. So you'll do it again here. Wait for it to fall out. Be careful not to lose your washer. Okay. Ow. And then do this one here. Now when you do this, it's going to be loose. This is where you have to be careful with it. Make sure I got everything out of it. Yep, that's out. Okay, cool. So your light's what holds it in place. So that screw never came out. There it goes. I'll leave these in here because they're a pain in the butt to line back up. But there you go. So now what you're going to do, you can take this off if you want. You don't have to. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to take it off because I know you don't have to anymore. So now push this out a little bit. Or actually I can just pull it from here. All right, there we go. And then push this in. You gotta be careful with this part because if you don't do this right, you can actually mess your cable up. So let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how they got this in here. There it goes. All right. So this is your main. You do not want to mess this up. You mess this up, you mess your whole tail end up. This is your main light right here, like so. Now this, if I'm not mistaken, has a couple more screws in it somewhere. Let me see. Yeah. That's how we got to take tail tighty off. So you do want to do tail tighty last. My trusty sidekick, she got him. So I put that in the box. You piece of shit. Oh, that one's gone. That's why I got this. And where are you at, metal thing? It's gonna stick to everything except for what I need it to stick to. So I know where it fell. So I will. I'll find it. All right, so now you'll just pop this out a little bit, just enough to get into the thing. And you'll have two screws here. Like I said, I'm doing the shortcut way. If you don't want to jack shit up or possibly break stuff, then you don't want to do it. Where'd my screwdriver go? Oh, there it is. It fell on the ground. And once you undo these lights, these screws, your light could fall. So you gotta be careful with it. Now you don't want to bend this too hard because it is plastic. And you don't want to mess your bike up. Okay. So it should be a matter of just popping her out now. Yep, there it is. So this is the factory. You do have to take these plugs out to put in the new one. So you will do that. Okay, and I think we have to remove this as well because this is what clips onto this to hold your brake in place, if I remember correctly. So I will do that in a second. But first, I'm gonna try to find this thing. Where's my headlamp up? There it is. Because I do need it. Oh, I see it. Oh, you piece of crap. So it's not a really thick metal. There it is. Hold this. This piece of shit. It fell back in. Hold this. Got it. Okay. So now I'm gonna plug the light in and see if it works the way it's supposed to work. And if it does, then we know it's not the wiring harness. If it doesn't, then I got more problems I have to deal with later on. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna plug, let's see here. You got your little wires here. So you're gonna plug these in those. So it looks like we're bypassing Nissans altogether. I said Nissan. Kawasaki's altogether. I really hate this boot thing. All right, so if you don't like these, you can take these things out right here. This trunk is annoying. I almost didn't want to put it back in, but I want to keep it stock-ish. Of course, you don't want to lose these because you'll never find them. So you just pop these out, pop this back in, and the same thing over here. Just pop it out and put this back in there, and then you can just take this out. Okay. So now we're going to strip this bolt so I can actually see what I'm doing. And then we're going to just plug these in. We're just testing it right now. We're not even going to install it. We're just testing to see if it's actually going to work. Possibly I got that backwards, but eh. All right, so that should be enough for the lights. This is if you have ABS. All right, if I'm not mistaken. So we should just be able to crank her up. Well, the lights are working, so that's good. So we're gonna go our right blinker, our left blinker. All right, so it was wiring in my lights.
What about the brake part?
And the brake, oh, the brake light. So you got that, that's your brake light. So they can see that. I like that.
That's bright.
Yes, LED.
That is so bright.
And then you make sure your blinkers, your flashers work, which they might not work when. Yep. So it actually does. It's actually a better flasher. So that's actually pretty cool.
You can see that a lot more than your other one.
And then you have this where you can push this little button and it does something different. And then you can push it again and it should do something different. Yeah, it's non-stop. So as long as you're braking, they can see it and it flashes. I might actually use that down here because people are idiots.
Yeah, but does that change the way the blinkers go or no?
No, blinkers. Yeah, just the brake, see?
Okay.
And then the emergencies. Yep, and then if I hit my brake, everything works and it constantly flashes. I might actually use that mode. I actually like that.
So it wasn't wiring then?
Nope. That's crazy too. So they got all kinds of different things. So I wonder if one mode does the blinkers different. Yeah, see how it's moving the blinkers?
Oh, yeah, and then the other one just flashes.
And just the other one just flashed. I kind of like the moving.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
All right, I think that's the mode I'm going to have it on. So it does work, so that's good. I'm supposed to put a relay in here but I'm not exactly sure I put that relay. Now the fun part though is trying to figure out how to get that tail tighty on properly. This came out of the actual light here. At least I think it did. Yeah. Alright, so now we have to take off this piece right here and take these rubber garments out and then put them in the new one. So we'll do that. Better, I mean, easier said than done. Oh, that's where it came off of. It's got washers on top of them. That's a different washer. So I'm not exactly sure where that came from. And since it ain't blazing fast, y'all don't hear me going, I mean hot. I said blazing fast. Don't have it breathing hard. All right, then we have to take this off. I'm yawning. I know. Forever. Yeah.
Worked a 10-hour shift.
Well, you said you want to do this, so.
I was just, all I said was I wasn't yawning at you.
Yeah. So you're gonna put this on here. And that's gonna hold that little piece on so it can actually connect under. Okay. Then we're going to put these on. I'm gonna put these little metal things here for right now so I don't lose them. And we're gonna squeeze them through here.
I mean, I like mine because they're soft and all, but I'm kind of jealous. I kind of like that.
If they make them for your bike.
Yeah, but I don't want to spend any more money on my bike.
Yeah, because you might upgrade. I'm gonna keep this 500 for a while, so.
Yeah.
This is when you need to cut commercial and come back when you're done. Because these things are a pain in the butt to get in.
Probably keep mine for a while. I gotta go a whole year without dumping it.
Yeah. We're gonna get you a new bike till you stop dropping her.
If I can go a year without dropping my bike one time, then I can upgrade.
So it resets every time you drop it?
Yeah.
You're gonna be on 300 forever.
I said if I can go a whole year.
Ooh, that is not fun to put in. That's annoying.
Because I'll be damned if I'm getting a different bike and then
And drop the shit out of it.
dump it.
Well, I've never dumped a bike. Only time I ever dropped a bike was in a
Look,
wreck.
I have to hear about you. You've never dropped a bike.
Well, I'm just saying, you might never ever drop your bike. You get the new bike, you might never drop it.
Yeah, I thought when I got these new bearings, I was never going to drop it.
Oh, I knew you were. I just figured if I give you new fairings and you dropped it, you'll think, you know, you'll be a little bit more cautious about dropping it. But you try to still drop it after I put a new muffler on there too.
I did not. I haven't dropped it since I got the new muffler.
You tried. I said you tried.
I saved it.
I saved it.
My thunder thighs saved it.
Yeah, you know what? Your thunder thighs couldn't lift that thing up either until I got up there.
I was too scared to attempt. I didn't want it to slide down my thigh and
Mess
mess up my
your new
thigh.
exhaust. All right, there we go. So we're just gonna unplug everything now because I know it's gonna work. Whew.
Shocking?
No, I had a shock. Like I shot, like my joint, my finger kind of made a, you know how you push too hard, you got nerve endings or something. come loose. Got clip. There he goes. All right. Now we're gonna pull these out. I'm playing.
That noise almost made me.
I know.
I was like, that's pretty realistic.
Yeah, it was. You like it? Give you a heart
I
attack?
guess we were going to be shocked to death because,
Oh, cry wolf or whatever. Oh, you weren't gonna save me?
what do you want me to do? If I touch you, then I'm shocked.
I guess drop kick me. Do something.
You said do something.
I'll remember that next time you frying up.
Whatever, you know I say it.
Whatever. I don't know now. I thought you would.
You know what I do? I have to come at you with the deer.
For the who?
The deer behind you.
Oh.
I ran you with the deer.
Whatever. Alright, so now that that's on, we line it up, the holes. And then we'll get our screws. And we'll tighten them back down. Yes, always check your wiring before you put some shit back together. Because the last thing you want to do is do all this work and plug it in and it don't work. Alright. That was pretty quick. I think I missed it. This is gonna be hard as hell to do because I'm on bent plastic. What the hell is that? Oh, those go in there. So it goes into that. And then the screw goes in. No, this is not gonna be easy. Ew. I see now. Everybody knows not to tighten all the way. You ask them for a headache if you do. Well, last time I did this, I enticed somebody to do something. I wonder if I'm enticing people to do this too. Because it looks fun. That's annoying. But it's going to look cool afterwards. Okay. Remember, it's plastic, so don't do it too tight. Okay. Huh. I think you do have to cut that off. Alright, before I do anything. Huh? I have to cut that off. Get the tighty to work. Oh, that's where it came from. I was wondering where these things came from. So it's coming from under here. Oh, they're in the plastic. Oh, I see. So put that back in the plastic. And then that one goes in the plastic too. Where'd that one go? There it is. Damn, Kawasaki got shit everywhere. See, now it has a metal to metal instead of plastic to metal. Alright. So now, oops. So I need to find something to put on that because I wonder if that's the relay. Because that looks like where it might go. Because that's a relay right there for your other lights. So I might end up having to put some electric tape around the main light there. Or I could just splice it into that because that's my main tail light. And this is the main light. So these two go in here. I don't think it really matters which one is in. Unless I put one in and it changes the left blinker, another one does the right blinker. I'm not sure. But we'll do that. And we'll push this down here, clip it up, and then we'll tighten it back like that. And then we just have these extras here hanging around.
You want to double check it again?
Huh? Yeah, oh yeah, definitely double checking it. Before I be tightening shit down. Alright. So brakes. Okay. Right blinker. Left blinker. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. It's cool as shit. I'm gonna have to go to get the front ones down. They make them for the front too.
Oh, blinker?
Yeah. And they look just like this. Alright, so smoke looks pretty cool, babe. So if you want to get smoke shit for your bike, I approve. Because I did not know.
Yeah, I was going to get smoke blinkers and you told me.
I didn't know it's going to be this good, okay?
Pretty sure you said that's illegal.
It's not illegal. It's just not. I figured it wouldn't be safe, but they're actually designed better than they used to be. So yeah, there you go.
Then you go and get smoke. You're telling me not to get smoke.
I had to test it out for you. All right, I might not even need this no more. Because I don't have all those screws. I mean, I don't have those wires in there no more. All right, so now I've got to get the tail back on. I see why they do it that way now. Because when they put these here and here, oh shit, I just pushed all the bitches out. I really did. Ugh. Where'd it go? There it goes. So when you're explaining something, don't push in the holes because these things go all the way through. I thought they were half set there, but they actually go to the outside. So what happens is, that one's off. So what happens here is these two bolts here, they completely go away in the kit. So you only have these two holding, and I think you might have them, see. I did it again. It's so easy to push these things.
Maybe that square metal plate goes right there.
It goes on the outside. See how nasty it looks down here? It does it to clear that, to make that all flat. Yeah. So, yeah. See, theirs is different. So instead of it being...
That's not removable.
No, it's not. It's part of the plastic. You have to cut it off.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So if I put that on, I have to cut that off. And then, well, it doesn't do anything but hold wires. That's all it is, a wire. It's a wire holder.
Cut it off and sell the bike.
I mean,
Or want to sell the bike.
they just gotta get another piece of plastic. If you buy it with a tail tie, you're probably gonna leave it there. But yeah, that goes like that. And the thing I don't like is these right here, they no longer get pushed in anymore. So, I might not use this. I might just tie it.
Who's looking up underneath there?
Me. So what I'll probably end up doing is, it might be designed that way. And then it has a screw in the middle here that holds it in place. I wonder if there's a bracket with it. Yeah, something like that. So, yeah. I think that's all I'm going to do for tonight because I know you need to go to bed. I don't know what time it is. And I got the light, I got the light in. I'm still trying to figure this out. I got to read up on that. And then I got to find out, I think the fuse goes into this because it looks like it's where it will go. It's either this or this. One of these two is a fuse. Well, they're both fuses. Depends on which one the HS goes. It probably goes in this one because it's red. But you don't want to just put it in there and it'd be the wrong thing and then bloop, it blows up. See, it's red. And it does have a clippy on it. But that does look kind of big for that. So I'm not exactly sure where the fuse goes. I'm assuming it goes here because it's red. But that doesn't look like it goes in the right spot. This actually might go into the other piece here. Because that does look kind of sort of like that piece. Let me see.
Maybe watch it in the video.
No, I'm just going to try to fuck it up.
Oh, okay. If your bike doesn't crank.
Yeah, it'll be alright. Now I'm not going to put it in. I'm seeing if that's the right, you know, shape.
Gotcha.
No. Oh no, it's 2 pin. Yeah, I think it does go in there. Yep, that is definitely where it goes. So it goes in your old blinker control unit part. This is your main. These are your 2, and then you have your main control light here. And for the Kawasaki not to see it weird or make it act all weird or have that effect, you know, that LED effect, you pop this in there and this fuse keeps it going. So it's just gonna be harder to do because it's in this freaking club thing.
It's in the condom.
In the condom, yeah, the little motorcycle condom.
Basically what it is, it's a condom.
So the only thing I don't like about this kit is the wires you're not using, they're exposed. So if those wires are exposed, then I gotta find some kind of way to not make them exposed, you know?
Did you tuck everything in the condom? You can't tuck everything in the condom.
So that should be where that goes. And see all these wires here? This is supposed to go for the ABS model, which,
You do have the ABS one.
I mean, SC model. So this goes here to control the relay. And these right here too are just hanging because, I guess I could try to put them in the little condom. Yeah. And now it shouldn't have, you know how you have LED, you have that blinky effect where it's all weird, doesn't look right? That's what this fuse does. So if you buy this kit, you got to have one of these fuses. So that's just a thing you have to have. That way it doesn't push too much power or not do right or something like that. And you know it's just going to be cool. All right. Should I try it or should I read up on it before I do it? Wait, you got my phone. I can't read up.
Yeah, you said that was what you were going to do anyway.
Anyway, there you go, guys. That's the first part. When I get the tail tighty done or figured out, I probably won't do a live on it, but I will show it done. More likely, I will have to chop this off, which I'm fine with. I don't care. Just cut it a little bit and then pop this on there and be done with it. The light fixture, I still have to figure that out. I don't know if I need to cut a little hole here to get the wires going through it so I can actually put the light here. I didn't really read up on the Tighty. I figured it'd be easy, but I did watch a video on this and find out how to install it. That's why it's so easy for me to do, but it's easy anyways. But I would not known to take this off, take those rubber gamuts off, or watch out for these little clips here, because if these little clips break, your bike's not gonna be happy, you know? So, because all this I hear would just be flopping around in the back. But anyways, guys, for y'all that are here checking it out, I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Be safe out there. Peace. Cool beans.
I don't know how to end the live.
You have to go to the top and end it. Bye.
Yeah.
Yep. And then